Alright, as I always say, this is the Undersound with Cherry B, and we're back. Y'all know I've been gone for a while, but we're back. Not that long, just like a couple weeks. But we're back with Young Sixx, and as I always say, this is a platform for underground talent, up-and-coming artists, all type of talent, to come on here and promote themselves and show who they are as an artist. Y'all know I feel like there's a lot of artists out here way better than artists out now, and y'all know that social media has made it really easy for a lot of whack shit. So y'all know I'm here to promote the people that's really like that, that's got a lot of shit going on, that's fire, and this is why you're here. Young Sixx, introduce yourself.
What up, man? It's your boy Young Sixx, aka Mr. 101, aka Mr. IE, Mr. IE himself, Inland Empire, Riverside to be exact. Put me on the map. What's up?
So what's going on? So talk to me.
Young is just young in life. I'm young and spirited. I believe being young in life and keeping that mindset keeps you motivated and to keep going forth. And the Sixx, well, that stands because God worked for 6 hard days before resting on the 7th. So the Sixx in my name represents for the hard work, because I work hard at what I do, man. I stay at it consistently, and I'm always pushing as much as I can.
That's fire. So you said you from...
I'm from California.
But where did you...
So I grew up, and all my upbringing was in Germany. Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah, na klar. Ich bin ein Deutscher.
That's fire. So talk to me about the impact your environment had on your music, especially living in Germany, because that's a whole nother different side of the world.
Yeah, it was totally different. Like, you see most rappers here that go through the struggle and they rap about the different diversity they had to go through, certain situations they had. I didn't have that growing up in Germany. I knew it from a third party, I would say. So my whole thing, the vibe out there is just living life, having fun, and partying. So I just wrote a lot of party music when I was in Germany. That's all I was on. I used to write for German artists, German pop artists. I used to write dance, electro, pop. That was my upbringing as far as music go. So like anything that I had that was real rap and raw, that I felt that was in me to spit and rap, I had to wait for me to get to the States to be like, okay, it makes no sense to me to let this go here because I don't believe the crowd would relate to that, so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so the music was different, diverse, different countries surrounding it, but believe it or not, Germany is very big on American hip-hop, so it kept me in tune to what was coming in and kept me up with all the trends and so on and so forth.
Fire. So how would you say how would you say that Germany and being in the United States, the transition had an impact on your artistry?
I seen it, everything that these rappers rap about when I would listen to it over there, and I would believe, okay, I don't know if this is entertainment, this is authentic, so on and so forth. But when I got here, as I transitioned into being an artist over here, I understood it at that point, because now I have to go through the same things that these rappers go through and things that they're faced with by just making it, try to put money into the music, try to make sure I'm surviving, and I'm going through those day-to-day struggles and figuring it out and getting by, so on and so forth. So the transition has been smooth but bumpy, but you know what I mean, if you can persevere through anything, you can make it happen. So that's how I feel.
Okay.
I'm like, Bruce Lee would say I'm water. Like, I can get into any and everything. It's like, on the way here, I'm listening a couple of New York natives, Eagle Eye Media and Gutter. We was listening to this vibe of the music. Mm-hmm. I threw on my tracks that I felt like was very NY influenced. But then at the same time, I can go back and throw on a pop track that I did. Then I can throw in some like R&B smooth. So I can get into everything. I'm a real artist when it comes to that. I believe I can write to any beat. It doesn't matter what it is. And I feel like when I do that, I'm authentic in it at the same time. It's not like you hear some artists that'll do something that's not in their lane, that'll be forced. I don't think mine comes across like that.
Versatile.
Very versatile.
That's fire. Okay. So, talk to me about working with Nipsey. Cause that's fire. Like, you was working with Nipsey and Raven Justice. So talk to me about the story behind those.
Alright, so I don't know if a lot of people know, but they should know by now. Nipsey has African descent of Eritrean. So when I was in Germany, there's a big African following. There's Ghana, Cameroon, Eritrean, and a lot of different other African cultures. So he was being booked for a tour, and I used to do a lot of booking. And I worked hand in hand with all the different cultures and all the club promoters. So when he was coming over, believe it or not, I recorded that song in Germany. and this is before like Nipsey got his big break and everything. So we tapped in with that real early. You know what I'm saying? So that was a dope vibe. And then for me to finally come back to the States and move to California and be in the same area, it was like, damn, I got a track with somebody that's legendary in the West Coast music scene. So that's super dope. You know what I'm saying?
What was the feedback from everything?
Yeah, I didn't really, at the time that I dropped when I dropped the track, it was early in his career. And
okay.
yeah, it was very early in his career. So when I re-released it over here, it was after his passing. And I kind of didn't want to push it. It was more or less, all right, I did a track with Nipsey. I respect it. I've been on that plateau with him, so it felt real good to knowing like nobody can ever take that from me. I'm on the track, the intro, Nipsey shouting out Young Sixx, so you can't take that from me. Like, we did that.
And what about Raven Justice?
Oh, Raven Justice, all right. So like Raven Justice has a big name following in Germany. In Germany, so I was like, okay, so when I got the track with him, when I first got to California, I was like, look, if I do this track with him, I know we can take this back overseas and we can make things happen, because there was at a time a thing called R&B, and it was very big in Germany. So when I do stuff and I plan ahead, like, okay, me working with this artist to get me into this door and it can open up different avenues. But he came down to the studio, I wrote the hook, and I told him how I wanted to sing it, and then I just let him do him, and he did it. He laced it. It was a dope pop song that we'll eventually shoot a video for when the time is right, because once you get in this music business, you'll see things move fast and artists is always on the go. But yeah, that's two dope artists that I really appreciate having the opportunity to work with, and yeah, I'm trying to look out and work with more for sure.
Now, what's R&B?
Alright, so R&B was a site that's basically generated or culture to like R&B, you know what I mean? That new pop sound of R&B, not the ballad singing, but that new style of R&B where there's kind of pop singing and rapping at the same time. And it was a big thing in Germany, and it was blowing for a minute, and he had created a following in that. So I took on to that, like, okay, let me dive in that lane and take some of their fans too.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. I didn't even know they had that. Like,
yeah, it's a lot of stuff people don't know about Germany.
Yeah, that's fire. Like,
yeah.
It made me want to like get more into what they got going on.
Yeah, take a trip over there, get the passport and go.
I should, right?
Take the passport and go. You will not be upset with it. I'm telling you.
So you toured with Cassidy.
Yes.
You toured with the legendaries like Cassidy,
Yeah.
Maya. You performed in 7 continents.
5 out of the 7. 5 out of 7 I performed on. Yeah.
All right. So how was it Germany, Dubai,
We
Malaysia?
did Germany, Dubai,
I can't even
Malaysia,
pronounce this.
Australia, Czech,
Czech.
Yeah, Slovakia.
My bad, y'all. I'm not dumb. I don't know.
Slovakia, yeah, I did all that.
Slovakia, like,
yeah.
How was that? How was that?
Great.
Especially, I don't want to say it like that, but like, especially as a black man,
yeah,
performing in those type of continents, I wanted to know how was that like you know.
It was
everywhere is different, but I know some of these, you know.
Yeah, it was definitely eye opening, because if you are say when you're taught something, they don't give you the in depth of it. So, but this is how I know music can take you any and everywhere in the world. If you're pushing it and you're doing it, you can find fans in any parts of the world if they can relate to the music that you're making. So, like I said, my most I tell everybody my best experience on the road was going to Sudan in Africa. So like when I first got there, it was for a peace treaty, and I actually took Cassidy with me on this tour. We went out there, it was for a peace concert. When we come, because of the way things were going on and the government and so on and so forth, they kept us away in this big ass establishment hotel building, and there was none of the actual civilians there that I've seen. So when I get there, I'm talking to Arabic people, so on and so forth, and I'm learning Arabic, talking to that. But when we finally get to the venue where we're performing, it's nothing but Sudanese people, and they don't know me from a day in the book of the world or whatever. They just are excited to hear the music. So I'm performing, they're chanting everything I say back, they're giving me mad energy. It was just like, I felt like I was there, super there, and I was like, oh, this is dope. And those was one of those defining moments, like, yo, I want to push this for as far as I can go. So that was super dope to be in Sudan and do that. And see the people just enjoy and be like, okay, he's great. It was just crazy. I'm telling you, you'd have to be there to feel it. It sent chills through my body just thinking about it now. Like, I can't wait to go back and do my next tour in Africa.
Nah, that sounds like amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds like a dope ass experience. Like,
Yeah, it super was.
Like what? Like, did you have to wear like the things in when you was performing in Dubai? Like, did you have to wear the?
Oh no, I didn't have to do that. But all right, so this is crazy. People don't know. Like, all right, when you go to Dubai and you're performing or any type of event, it's all hooked to a hotel.
Okay.
There's no alcohol allowed to be served outside of hotels or in their clubs, and men are not allowed to show skin. So while I believe I was on a tour with who did I bring over here this time? It was Jay Holiday. I brought Jay Holiday on a tour over there. I did my opening act, and it was time for Jay Holiday to perform. So I go in the crowd to watch it to get the vibe, and I took my overshirt off because it was hot. Hey, they came, tackle me up, snatched me up, brought me to the back. They was about to find me and do all this extra stuff because you can't show skin. There's a lot of different rules over there, but other than that, man, people just go out there and it's luxurious, glamorous, and you have fun. But you're in a foreign country and it's a Muslim country at that. You got to follow their rules.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, you can't get out of line there.
Yeah, you end up like what's the name DJ that was stuck
DJ
there?
Esco?
Yeah.
Yeah. 56 days, 56 nights.
Yeah, they don't play about their rules over there. So
yeah,
for sure.
For real. So talk to me about the transition from No Whole Nights, the album you put out, until the single of this year, Hot Girl, with Lou. So talk to me about like how you feel like you've grown as an artist to when you first put that out until Hot Girl.
All right. So No Whole Nights is basically my experience of me being in California after living in Germany all my life and just going out to the clubs and seeing different things and experiencing different peoples and different walks of life. Every song had like a personal experience in it. So that's what No Whole Nights was. And so we fast forward to today. It was another EP I put out in between this called New West Wave, where I try to take my sound and build with the West Coast sound and the West Coast vibe. And then from there, I came into a bunch of other singles, and now we at Hot Girl. So Hot Girl's like, oh, this summer it was lit. We was coming out of COVID. So we was on that turn. It was like I had the song in the back burner for a while, and I just finally decided to release it and drop it and push it. So it was like, for me getting there to there, this shows like how I evolved so much as far as musically and different sounds that I can get into and that I really like to do. So it's like, okay, I figured I can talk about experiences, I can talk about the struggles, and we was just coming out of COVID. Let's make something fun. Let's get the girls back on the floor. Let's take this into a summer vibe and keep it summer to the end of the year. I mean, because Cali, the weather's always nice, so I was like, all right, we can definitely push that for sure. So that's how Hot Girl came about.
Okay. And I like the cover art too. Let me show you the cover art. Fire. Hot Girl. Alright, so talk to me about the inspiration. What was the inspiration behind Hoeing You, featuring Joel Moses?
Alright. In this industry, man, you deal with a lot of people who gonna bullshit you. They gonna sell you shit and they gonna do whatever they can or whatever to get something from you if it's beneficial. But I just learned that you can't take everything can't take it for granted. Not granted, I take it as a grain of salt now, because it's like, okay, man, I see what you're about, and what you're about, you're a straight hoe. It's a hoe in you. So just dealing with certain artists, dealing with certain people behind the scenes. Like I said, moving through this industry, finding out who's real, who's fickle, who's authentic, who's fake. You know what I'm saying? And I just was able to call it out in that. Like, okay, it was that beat. I don't know if y'all listen to West Coast music and how it transitioned and sounding nowadays. So it was like, okay, it had that West Coast vibe, and I was talking that shit about it. Like it's the hoe in you. I don't want to hear nothing about it. So it's straight up just like that. If you didn't like it, then you must be a hoe. So that's it. Facts.
Period. So talk to me about how you said Jay-Z and Eminem inspires you musically.
Alright, so the Jay-Z inspires me as far as his business mind, his business savvy. He's a mogul. He's a great lyricist off top, and so on and so forth. And it's just like I can see myself doing that, transitioning from an artist to a businessman, getting different endeavors, opening up this, having different business deals, and so on and so forth, and letting hip hop and music be the gateway to me being a successful business person. He's inspired me in so many ways to be open to different things as he's gotten into different things and make sure my business is straight legit. And Eminem, I liked Eminem because he just pushed the envelope. He jumped the rope and he was just out there. There was nobody like him. I don't care how long you go back and forth. There's no one particularly in his lane that does what he does. And like I said, I wanted to be able to do that. Like when he raps, not the way he raps and delivers rap, it's just his content. I wanted to be able, okay, let me go outside of here and push that and try these things or talk on different subject matters. I never ever did it, but it was still my inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the music scene today, like music and business?
The music part of the music is going to be music. The consumers and the artists, we all have a relationship. It's a give and take. As an artist, you always try to do what's authentic to you, at least I do, but then you also want to do things that's going to attract fans. So I see some artists will just put out shit just to put out shit because, oh, this is trending right now. And that sucks for artists who like actually take the time and like put their mind to their raps, put the concepts to it, to the visuals, to the cover art, and like all that. It looks dope. And then you got an artist that just popular because of certain things he's doing that's going viral.
That's trash.
Trash, yes,
garbage,
exactly.
Doodle.
Trash,
Right.
garbage, and I hate it. It's like, damn, I sit back and like, man, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Why is this getting
That's
so
why
much
we got
attention?
the undersound.
Yes, thank you, undersound, for bringing it to the light.
Yeah.
Because these niggas need to get put in the dark. I'm telling you.
Dead
That's how I
ass.
feel, for real,
Go to
man.
sleep.
Yeah, and as far as the business side, business is going to be business. You just got to learn how to handle yourself and walk into every room with whoever you're working with and get what's best. I always told myself, no matter what I'm doing in this music business, you got to understand at some point, when you become beneficial to others, you're going to be the hoe in it. You're going to hoe you around. You're going to be used. That's just how it is. And if you can't accept that, it won't work for you. I've never seen nobody.
Some real shit.
Yeah, nobody who's ever came into this game, you got used at some point, because if they can't make no money off of you or from you, they really not gonna fuck with you. And it used to get to me because, man, when I do shit for niggas, like I book shit for niggas, and like all the artists that I went on tour with and I booked, I'm putting like 20, 30 bands in their pocket coming overseas. You can't give me a feature? Ooh, all right, I see what it is. It's just business.
Yeah.
And I lock in with DJs, get DJs, this, that, and the third. Oh, you can't spin my records. Oh, don't take it personal. It's just business. I understand it now. So it is what it is. So I got thick skin and I just roll with it.
Real shit.
Yeah.
Some real shit. Drop them gems. Hold on.
Yeah.
So tell me about some ups and downs you faced being an artist.
Because I don't have like a solid, like, I'm coming from Germany. Based over here, I don't have that how do you say that I guess people don't feel like I had that authentic with me, because they feel like, oh, he's in Germany, so he don't understand what it's like to be here and be in the struggle. Oh, he don't understand that, what it's like to really be in that. But it's like, okay. And then people see me and they feel like, okay, he don't need help because he's always here, he's always doing that, he looked like he got it, he looked like money. But so I deal with all I deal with all these different things, and I think people don't see like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get on to the next spot with you. I just handle myself different. So I take it as it is and as it comes, and I just learn how to do it. Each day I learn something new. Each time I meet somebody different, rub elbows, I make sure I take away something from them that I can put into what I'm doing. So you're going to have ups and downs all the time, because like I say, it's been plenty of times I was like, you know what, I'm done rapping, bro, but it ain't for me. If it ain't happened yet, it ain't an overnight success. It ain't supposed to happen. But some people don't get it just like that. It takes that 10-year build up to get to where that one opportunity. So it's like you get to the middle part where you just want to like throw it all in. And every time I told myself, oh, I'm done, like I'm giving up, like I will get a blessing from God. Like I'll get a show outside the country again, or I'll get something like, yo, do this, and I'm like, damn, like why he keeps sending this to me, like when I'm at my point where I don't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
But he be like, yo, here it is, and I got to the point where I just accept it no matter what. And when I think about it, like you said, I performed on 5 out of the 7 continents as an independent artist. I make solid, decent money from it.
Can't say that.
I can name a lot of artists that ain't been to Sudan, who ain't got plugs to Australia, so on and so forth, and I've done that. So the ups and downs come with it, but that's what everything you do. I'm pretty sure.
You look at the positives first.
Yeah, you just gotta take the positives and use the ups and downs, the bad part, the negative part as a learning. I don't take no L. I don't take no L as a loss. I take it as a lesson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any advice that you can give artists that's trying to do what you're doing or be in a position that you're in? Maybe you're not in the position you want to be in, but just to get to where you have, because obviously you worked hard.
You got to get up and go do it. Like I would always, I believe us as artists are our biggest holdbacks at times, because it's like, okay, well, we figure, hey, I ain't got there yet. This ain't happened to me after I dropped this song, that it ain't for me. So I had to tell myself, like, you know what? If it's not happening particularly right where I'm at right now, let me go over here and see if I can make something happen. Let me try it over here. Let me see if I can make something happen. So that's what I've been about, being persistent and moving forward, finding the next thing for me to keep going. And it's worked for me. Like, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm traveling. I make decent money from the streams and whatever, how people see. There's other ways to take your music through different platforms and get money back, so on and so forth. So it's not always about the money. Like, I have fun. I tell people, like, as long as I got a voice box and I got a pen, I'm gonna write. I'm gonna put the music together and have fun. Like, wouldn't I like to be the next super mega star? Yeah, but if that's not in the calling for me right now, cool. I'm still gonna have fun doing this music and enjoying it and writing it.
Period. What's next for you?
I'm dibbling dabbling everything. I'm a cannabis broker.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yes,
let's talk about
okay.
the cannabis thing.
So I got a brand that's called Oof. If you ain't smoking Oof, you smoking Boof.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So
now you gotta make a shirt.
Yeah,
that gotta be a shirt.
Facts.
You ain't smoking Oof, you smoking Boof.
Boof. I'm telling you, and why? I don't mean to brag on you, but y'all been smoking
nah,
Boof.
I ain't gonna lie,
Hey,
he got me, y'all. Like,
hey, I'm telling you, and why? I don't know what I gotta do to
bad
get y'all
out here,
right.
y'all. It's bad.
It's bad. But yeah, I'm getting into that more. I've applied for my license to get a dispensary, but until then, like, I'm just building a brand. I'll start reaching out to different artists, maybe propose strains for them. But until then, I'm just trying to go around, find different markets who may need it, that I can get it to them and then build that way, so on and so forth.
So you're trying to give artists their own strain?
Yeah, once I get the brand going,
fire.
Once I get the brand going and I get the capital behind it, I'm gonna reach out to a couple of artists that I personally rock with and try to get them to get their own strain, and they do their promotion, so on and so forth.
So all right, that's all you got coming next. You got the 420 thing coming.
Yeah.
Any new music? Any clothing brands?
I have a clothing brand. It is called Jet Set Fashion. The logo is NBPD, no boarding pass needed when you just fly. I'm building on that. I've started all this in Germany, so now I just got to bring everything to the forefront while out here in the States and just keep pushing forward. I got my business degree when I got out here, so I'm opening up different businesses and diving in different endeavors. I got into real estate this year with my first property, so I'm just trying to keep myself moving, bring all these streams of income in so I can keep pushing for my dream.
Dude, that's all fire. Do the clothing line have a page?
No, I ain't set up a page yet.
Okay.
It's coming soon though. It's kind of hard when you the one-man team doing everything, but for sure it's coming.
Yeah, that's me too. Like,
yeah,
for
so
real.
it'd be like you get one thing going, and then you got to sidetrack and do this one. Yeah. You got to sidetrack and go do that. Be like, damn, but if I just had somebody, hey, yo, look, I'm gonna set it up.
It's just hard trusting people with your craft.
Exactly. You don't want them to mess up your vision. You know what I mean?
Because I'll have a fit.
Because they don't see it the same as you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the hard thing, having a good team.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
All right, so you got a lot of shit going on. That's fire.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. You got to stay busy.
And I want to say, as a African American,
yes,
congratulations on getting your bachelor's degree, because I know how hard that is. I got 2 degrees as well.
Yes.
So congratulations on that. And congratulations on everything else you got going on. Thank you for showing artists that it is still possible to follow your dreams, as long as you put the work in. You know what I'm saying?
You have to do the work.
Like, thank you for showing artists that, and just tell the people where they can find you, where they can get you, what's next, where they can stream your new song, HOTGYAL.
Alright, bet. Yeah, I'm Young Sixx on IG, YOUNGSIXX. My new single's available on every digital platform. You can stream it. video live on YouTube. You can run those numbers up. As far as the cannabis broker, if you're looking for that cannabis tap in, hit me up directly. I'll get you verified and you can shop with me. Like I said, we can bring it to your door in all 50 states. You know what I'm saying? It's Mr. IE himself, Young Sixx, Riverside, put us on the map to be exact. Chill.
And I want to thank you for coming on the Undersound with Cherri B.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me. Hold on. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I appreciate the opportunity, man.
No problem. This is a dope-ass interview.
Thank you. Thank you.
Down on the dick, now throw it back and bust it down on the dick. Toot it up, bust it open on your hot girl shit. I need a hot girl.